Nationalize MTN, nationalize DSTV. Nigerians in South Africa, come back and take over the MTN jobs and take over the DSTV jobs. Which company has Nigerian government handled properly that it worked? Name one.
Welcome to Laveritatv Productions this Friday, 8th May 2026. And as the saying goes, thank God it's Friday. And I'm informer Christian today, and this is your newspaper review, wrapping up the week with stories that made headlines and the issues shaping our nations. Let's round up the week informed and empowered. And on the Vanguard newspaper this morning, xenophobia. Federal government moves to evacuate Nigerians from South Africa. On the Daily Times newspaper this morning, hands off our judicial matters, ADC warns government agents. On the Daily Sun newspaper, I'm consulting widely on 2027 presidential race, says Jonathan. On the Leadership newspaper this Friday, moves in government, security agencies, communities aiding bandits. On the Voice of Liberty newspaper, 2027, insecurity threatens free, fair elections, Amputan won. Subheadline, El-Rufai's son, Bello, dumps APC for ADC. We'll be analyzing some of the major newspaper headlines this morning. But before that, let's go on a commercial break. We'll be right back.
Honorable Desmond, congratulations, you qualified to the next round of the competition.
Are you ready to take your seat in the hot seats? Welcome to the Hot Seat Quiz Competition Season 2, where brilliance meets opportunity and young minds shine in mathematics, English, current affairs, and general knowledge.
It was Square Lagos. Option C, National Assembly Complex. And
this is not just a quiz, it's a platform to build, nurture, expose, and reward the brightest students across our schools. First position, 500,000 naira. Second position, 300,000 naira. And third position, 200,000 naira.
Power 5, that's the right answer.
Think you've got what it takes? Then step forward, take the challenge, and claim your place among champions. Powered by Laveritatv Productions and supported by Adekunle Komolafe Foundation. To participate, donate 5,000 naira to Adekunle Komolafe Foundation or scan this barcode. Registration closes on the 15th of May 2026. For participation, sponsorship, and partnership, please call. Don't just watch greatness, be part of it.
Welcome back on the show. Good morning, Mr. West.
Good morning.
Are you having body ache?
I am. I'm really exhausted, to be honest.
So sorry about that.
Thank you.
On the Vanguard newspaper, still the xenophobia issue. Federal government moved to evacuate Nigerians from South Africa.
They should shut up and do it. They should shut up and do it, for goodness sake.
Action, right?
The talk is too much. You know, the talk is too much. I don't see any reason why a reasonable country will still be going back and forth. Look at the way they were shouting about it in the Senate. Oshomole had to tell them, we don't need to cry about it. We're enough of the crying. Let us act by sanctioning South Africa, by cutting bilateral relationships with them, by doing this and that. The truth is, the problem with all this thing is, there are South African businesses in Nigeria, trust me, they are. But are they employing South Africans? No. They're employing Nigerians. This is the broader picture. Yes, I want things to be done to South Africa because, like, look, you are cheating my country. But if you shut down MTN, you shut down DSTV, the Nigerian government lacks the credibility to run those institutions properly. And so when Oshomole was saying, nationalize MTN, nationalize DSTV, Nigerians in South Africa, come back and take over the MTN jobs and take over the DSTV jobs. Which company has Nigerian government handled properly that it worked? Name one. Dangote's refinery is privatized. It belongs to the Dangote group. BUA is privatized. Even the central bank, where we say, if at all the government is supposed to be, we are still hearing some kind of, one or two things. It's in this same country we heard that snakes swallow money. You understand? So there are a lot of irregularities in our system. So shutting down those businesses, it will affect first Nigerians. Because even in MTN, there are Nigerian shareholders. Yes.
True.
So it will affect our economy. And we're already struggling. We don't need more pressure. You understand? So that's the broader picture. But what we can do is we can shut down the South African embassy. We can call back our ambassador. We can evacuate our citizens from that country.
Yeah.
Those that want to come, because over 100 have already signed up that they want to
Come back.
But the thing is, I'm also hearing that the federal government is saying that they will need to pay their transport to come back home. The foolishness in our political, the problem, they think that average Nigerians don't think. That's how they behave. The level at which they operate is that they feel we don't think. So I just hope they wake up to reality and do what is needed.
And as the saying goes, action speaks louder than words. On the Daily Sun newspaper, Jonathan on this, I'm consulting widely on 2027 presidential race.
It's a Tinubu move. It's a Tinubu move. Because this is how it is. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, APC.
Yeah.
Then they were trying to use Peter Obi as side chick for under the ADC.
Yeah.
So they will lead him on. Then when they get to the primaries, they will delay it such that there will be no time for him to leave the party if he doesn't pick the ticket. Yeah. So you will have to support Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. That was the agenda. You understand? And he got the scent on time and then moved. So now you are having, if Goodluck Jonathan joins the race, you are going to have two Southerners that Nigerians feel are credible, aside Tinubu.
Okay.
That Nigerians feel they are credible. And then these two Southerners, instead of having one block vote that fights Tinubu, Goodluck Jonathan and Peter Obi will split the vote. And when that happens, who then becomes president?
Tinubu.
So it's a Tinubu agenda. It was the APC that orchestrated, because according to the news, we heard that some youth or a group of persons went to his residence in Abuja clamoring that he should become president. It's a Tinubu move. And it's intelligent, let me not lie. It's very intelligent. So I hope Goodluck Jonathan doesn't buy that crap, because the Nigeria he handed over to Buhari was not this bad. After the APC messed it up, they're looking for somebody to put it. And immediately Goodluck becomes president, for example. All the rubbish that Tinubu has done and Buhari, he will inherit it. And they will begin to blame the Tinubu's cabinet too, his friends, his media people will start blaming Goodluck Jonathan for a problem he did not commit. So the wise thing to do is just let them run their thing. Probably run it to the ground, which they already have. They are still even digging the ground to go deeper into their failure. So he should shy away from it. It's a political strategy to make him politically irrelevant in the coming years. So he should retain his honor and just be who he is.
On the Voice of Liberty newspaper, Muslim has no agenda against Christians, says Sultan of Sokoto.
We don't care about his comments. We don't. When the Tomahawk missiles landed in Sokoto, he went into hiding. Him and Sheikh Gumi. Yes. See, the Americans, they are not stupid people. You understand? They are not stupid people. They before they act, they have sufficient evidence to back up their actions. You understand?
Yeah.
The brother Samuel was killed in Sokoto. What did the Sultan do? What was the offense? How many lives have been lost? Christian lives. What has the Sultan done? What have the emirs in the north done about it? They don't care. These Fulani headsmen, are they Christians? 98% of them are Muslims. So according to, in the words of, who is this American? He said, all Muslims are not terrorists, but most terrorists are Muslims. And that's the truth. We see it across the length and breadth of Nigeria. The rampage, the evil, the carnage that these guys bring. You understand?
Yeah.
So if he says there is no anti-Christian agenda, then he should do whatever it takes within his own power as the number one, because Islam sees him as number one in Nigeria.
True.
So he should do what it takes within the powers of that office to insist that this nonsense stops. They come in through the borders of Sokoto, the borders of Katsina, the borders of Borno. These guys flock in through there, and you have there's a solid Islamic network. Muslims talk to themselves. The way you have Khan, they also have, bodies like that where they come together and they deliberate on issue. If this thing doesn't stop, the day Christians will decide to bite back in this country, you'll be looking for where to save face. There will be none.
We hope that they don't come.
He ran to Imo State. Are you aware? When the missiles dropped, he left Sokoto and moved to Imo State, according to certain reports that I got. Until the whole thing calmed down, and then he's now coming back up to talk and all that. He should better act and talk to his people, because the Americans are coming. Let me not lie. And at the moment now, they walked this woman. She had a meeting where I think some of them laughed at her in the US, where she's going up and down and Remi Tinubu trying to solicit and beg Christians outside, white guys, American Christians, that there is no genocide of Christian, there's no Christian genocide in Nigeria. And they're laughing at her. And they're telling her to go back home and fix it. She should talk to her husband. So two things will happen. Is either Bola Ahmed Tinubu allows free and fair election and lose and leaves that place, or the American government will ensure that he is removed forcefully, just the way they did to Nicolas Maduro of Venezuela. Those two things are likely to happen, because early this week, a meeting was held in Washington, D.C. Top guys. It was a serious meeting, and Nigeria was. They think the US is distracted by Iran. Nigeria is still on the table, and they are going to hit hard. They shut down their embassy in Abuja, right? And they started leaving. It's not because they are scared. They are planning something big, something really big, and the president should wake up.
Thank you very much, Mr. Wisdom. All we seek right now is action from the government. Thank you very much, and have a lovely weekend.
Thank you.
This November, greatness takes the field. Welcome to the AKF Football Tournament Season 1, where passion meets purpose and talent meets opportunity. From every corner, champions will rise. Only one team will take home the ultimate prize of 1 million naira cash. Think you've got what it takes? Step onto the pitch in Kaduna State this November 2026 and show the world what you are made of. This is more than football. It's a movement powered by the Adekunle Komolafe Foundation in partnership with Laveritatv production, giving hope, creating impact, and changing lives. Register now and be part of something big. Support the dream. Donate just 30,000 naira as your participation fee. Hurry, as registration closes on 31st of August 2026. AKF Football Tournament, where legends are born and destinies are fulfilled. Are you ready to play?
And that brings us to the end of today's newspaper review. Registration for the forthcoming Adekunle Komolafe Hot Seat Quiz competition is still ongoing. Hurry and register your words. For donations, inquiries, updates, sponsorship, and advertisements, visit www.laveritattvproductions.com. Follow us on all our social media platforms or contact the numbers provided on your screen. Thank you for staying with us all through the week on Laveritatv. Do have a restful and refreshing week, and join us again next week for more information. Until then, stay safe and goodbye.